like, I always want it to be a gift. I don't want it to be a gig. I hate that. I really do. And everyone thinks I'm like superstar and like rock star. But that's not how I am at all. Like I'm just some little kid from California who plays the guitar and sings. And I write what I think needs to be written.
Before she kissed the girl and liked it, Katy Perry, born Katherine Hudson, made Christian rock under the stage name Katy Hudson. At this point, I'm sure that Katy Perry's Christian upbringing and reasons for switching over to secular music are well known to the general public, but just in case it isn't to you, I'll breeze through it to give you some context. Katy's parents were both Pentecostal pastors, and they were keen on running a strict household, going so far as to not allow Katy and her siblings to eat Lucky Charms because the word luck reminded their mother of Lucifer, and even making them call deviled eggs angel eggs. The parents didn't want secular music in their household, so Katy grew up mostly listening to gospel music. She would discover secular music through CDs that she snuck from her friends. After her parents saw her talent for singing, Katy was incorporated into their ministry and sang in church from ages 9 to 17. Katy completed her GED requirements during her high school freshman year at age 15 and then dropped out to pursue a music career. Her talent caught the attention of rock artists Steve Thomas and Jennifer Knapp, who took her to Nashville, Tennessee, where she started recording demos and learned how to write songs and how to play the guitar. Eventually, she signed a record deal with the independent Christian label Red Hill Records and made her self-titled debut album, Katy Hudson. This is usually a part of the video where I tell you things didn't work out and skip over to her start as a secular artist. But I haven't ever heard anyone talk about how good the album was. So here's my review of Katy Perry's 2001 Katy Hudson album. Track 1 is Trust in Me. The song is about Katy receiving assurance from God that she can trust in Him to take care of her. This song was really good. The only slight negative that I had with it was Katy's voice. It worked just fine, but it's obvious that it still had some maturing to do since she had some trouble holding those high notes. Other than that, I liked everything else about it. The rich power pop rock instrumental, the great message, and lyrics. Track 2 is Piercing. It's about not letting your emotions run your life and the fact that nothing on this earth will ever satisfy you, only God can. This was another great song. It had more of a pop-punk sound to it compared to Trust in Me, and her voice sounded like a mix between Avril Lavigne, who would debut just a year later, and Harriet Wheeler, lead singer of the Sundays. Again, the only small problem I had with the song was the delivery, because at times it was clear that she couldn't handle the highest notes, but nonetheless, it's a great song. Track number 3 is Search Me. The song's about how God is the only one who can search inside you and see who you really are. The song has a more traditional CCM sound to it, but I still thought it was a good track. And honestly, I thought her voice sounded more comfortable here than on the first 2 tracks. Track 4 is Last Call. The song's about a desperate person who puts in a last call for help to God. This is the first song that I'm not fond of. Thanks to a more low-key production style, Katy's voice is put center stage, and that wasn't a good idea. She attempts a vocal harmony that was too wide for the vocal range that she had at that time, and the song's short length and repetitious nature didn't help either. I wouldn't call it a bad song, just a very average one. Track 5 is Growing Pains. The song is about growing in Christian